This video that I'm about to make now, I will say some things in this video that people who have been watching my videos and paying keen attention to the things I say, they might consider this video a little bit contradictory. But if you watch this video till the end and pay keen attention to what I'm gonna say, you will gather information from this video that will help you to make 3 major decisions about either to stay in China, or to leave China, or to come to China. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Roy. I live here in Shanghai, China. And if you're my regular subscriber, thank you so much for sticking by my videos. I'm a foreign expat. I live here in Shanghai, China. I studied in China for 3 years. I stayed in Jiangsu province, and currently I've been in Shanghai this is my 2nd year. So whatever information I'll be sharing with you guys on this video, I know exactly what I'm talking about. The past 2 months have seen a lot of foreigners leaving China, leaving Shanghai in particular. And the next couple of months, maybe 2, 3, 4 months, or let's say until the end of this year, we'll see a lot more foreigners leaving China, especially leaving Shanghai. What's happening? And at the same time, we have a lot more foreigners who are out of China struggling to come into China, especially students. Then we also have a couple of others who have said they don't care what's happening, they will remain in China. I watched a report on BBC's YouTube channel that caused me to do this video.
Today is May 30th, 2022, and I am preparing to leave China. I feel very emotional. This has been a really difficult experience, and I've grown to love China and thought of it as my home. And now I'm forced to leave. I'm losing my visa, and I don't know if or when I will ever come back.
I couldn't play this video right till the end, but if you're interested in watching this complete video, I'm going to leave a link at the description. For the past 2 years, the world has been struggling to find a lasting solution to the COVID-19 pandemic. Most countries have decided to live with the virus, to accept the virus, but that has not been the case in China. What's happening in China? The policy that has been adopted in China to fight this virus is completely different from the policy that has been adopted by most Western countries. China started with a zero tolerance approach and slowly adopted a dynamic zero tolerance approach, which for me, I think it's just a change of the name, but the approach still remains the same. I can't really explain the complexities of this policy in this video or in a single video. I posted a video on this channel where I explained exactly what this policy is all about and what are the objectives of this policy. And there are a few things that as a foreigner, for you to live in China, you just have to accept. You must tolerate a few things. There are things that if you have to live in China as a foreigner, you must accept and you must tolerate. And these are some of the things that are incorporated in the zero tolerance approach. Acceptance, tolerance. I've been a victim. I was taken out of my apartment even when I had negative test results. I was taken out of my apartment and I had to spend a couple of days in a quarantine hotel. I shared my experience here on this channel. And the funny thing is, no one knows when this will end. And no one knows what the next day holds. You might be free today, and the next day you are in a lockdown. Or the next day you are in quarantine, or the next day you are taken away, or the next day your compound is locked down, or the next day your city is locked down, or your district is locked down. It's so full of uncertainty. The nice thing is, this has not greatly affected people's work, like people's job. Like, yeah, some people have lost their jobs, some jobs have changed, some people's salaries have been slashed, but it still gives people a life to live in China. The only thing that has greatly affected people's life is the social aspect of it, like the social life. They've been able to move, they've been able to travel, they've been able to move out and move in. That's the most important thing that has affected people's life in China. The freedom of movement. Like, even if you miss your family, you can't go to see them, they can't come to see you. Because if you go back home, maybe some countries it's easy to go and come back. But for some countries, for example, me, if I go back home now, coming back might be very impossible. So these are some of the things that some people have just decided to say, I can't live in a country where I can't go home on a holiday, or where my family can't come to visit me on a holiday. So if you decide to stay in China, these are some of the things that you must accept. That you will be able to stay without visiting your family for, I don't know until when. That's the funniest part, because we don't even know when the policies will change. And even movement in China is not still easy. It's not very convenient. You might visit a city today and you return, and the next 2-3 days there is news that everyone who visited that city should be quarantined. Or sometimes it's just impossible for people to visit cities. Even shopping now is not easy. You buy stuffs and it's either not delivered on time or not delivered at all, because that city has been cut off, like literally cut off, because that is how the lockdown is. The entire city is completely cut off from the rest of China. So these are some of the things that if you decide to stay in China, you must accept. It's not like they're chasing people out of China. It's just that people decide within them that they cannot live in such an environment where they can have this freedom of movement, this freedom of visiting home and being able to come back, this freedom of your family being able to come to visit you, and so on. These are one of the main reasons why foreigners are leaving China now. And also because they don't even know when things will change. So for you who is out of China, who wants to come back to China so badly, you have to condition your mind. You have to just condition your mind that if I make this decision to come to China now, I should be ready not to see my family maybe in the next 5 years, or who knows until when, because no one knows when China will accept to live with the pandemic, to live with the virus, because the way the tests are continuing, the way the screening is continuing, the way there are these sporadic lockdowns, we don't know when it will end. If it continues like this, then it might be till infinity if the policies don't change. But still, on a lighter tone, this has not completely made life in China unbearable, or life in Shanghai. I live in Shanghai and I don't see it so unbearable. Yeah, some people might not feel that comfortable with it, but it doesn't make it unbearable. It just has to deal with acceptance and tolerance. If you're someone who has had time accepting certain things, or if you have had time tolerating certain things, then you definitely cannot stay in China now. Honestly, you can't. But if you feel that you're someone who can tolerate, who can accept, who can be patient, like acceptance, tolerance, patience, these are keywords if you have to stay in China now as a foreigner. So like I said, if you're a foreigner in China right now, and if you've made up your mind to stay, then you must accept the policy. You must tolerate, and you must be patient. But if you say that maybe you can't tolerate this, you can accept it, and you can't be patient to see when things will change, then the only option is to leave. And once you leave, no one will stop you from coming back, but it depends on your country. I know a lot of people who are able to come back from their countries, but we don't know when the visa policies will change in other countries. Some countries are really easy, but not all countries. And if you're out of China and you want to come back as a student or as a worker, for visiting and for leisure and for business, we can't even talk about now, because even those who are having high priority have not been given the opportunity. Then what about tourism? Maybe tourism is something that will come back into place in a couple of years to come. So to round up with this, you just have to look at yourself, look at your family situation. If you're a family man, if you have children, if you have a family that depends on you, and so on, look at a lot of things and see if you can accept the situation to stay in China, or if you think you can't, then you can leave. Then if you're out of China and you think that whatever is happening, like if everyone is trying to jump out and you think you want to jump in, then also look at your situation, also look at your family situation, look at your financial situation, your social circle, look at all that and decide if you still want to jump in. There is a whole lot to it than I've expressed in words in these videos. But I know that those who have ears, they've heard. So let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comment section below. Share the video with someone, and if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, that's the only support I expect from you. Hit that like button, let's talk in the comment section, and if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please don't leave without smashing that subscription button so that when I bring interesting and informative videos like this from China, you will be the first to be notified. I'll see you in my next episode. Peace out and bye-bye.